Oh dear. Hi everybody, welcome to RTS League Age of Mythology The Titans, Season 22, Round 1 match. This is DoD against TSM, and it's on Mediterranean, as we've seen a fair few times already. DoD spawning on the left. We have Oranos, and Zeus. And on the right, we have Oranos, Zeus. Not as much variety as we could have had, but never mind. Both of these gods are really strong on this map, so especially in team games, it should be quite exciting. So Mediterranean's all about this big body of water in the middle, if you don't know. Winning the water gives you a pretty big advantage. Obviously you get all the fish, which is the equivalent of like free farms. And later on in the game, if you have control of the water, then you can take out buildings using siege ships, etc. So it's all very useful. Let's have a look at some of these bases. That's quite a nice gold mine there. Obviously the guys in the middle are going to be more protected, so they're more likely going to boom, or possibly just go like fast mythic or something. That's why it's a pretty interesting map for 3v3 really. Excuse me. There's a lot of different possibilities for especially for the middle players to do. You could just double one side to try and take out one of the players early, or as I say, you can just fast mythic or just boom for later on. A lot of pigs here. Pigs are very useful on this map. If you've got good scouting, then you've got a pretty big advantage, because once your initial chickens run out, there isn't much other food on the map. Although there's a fair amount of hunt here. That's not that's not usual for Mediterranean, but I guess it can happen. A few pigs here. Now, where's this scout going? So Blue's opted to, instead of scouting the corner of the map, he's just going around Teal's base here. So possibly going to be attacking early on. We've got some Oracle harassment going on here. Basically, your Oracle's dead if this happens. There's nothing you could do about it, unless you want to turn them into a hero, but that would be really bad. Complete waste of resources. Let's take a look at these relics. It's quite a decent one. It's like a half, well, it's basically a free economic upgrade. Faster gold and wood. Cheap armory costs, not bad, but not amazing either. Which one's that? Again, that's okay, not amazing. It's like half of a free upgrade. Faster heroes. None of the awesome relics on this map so far. Some berries up here. So these corners at the top and bottom are going to be all about, going to be very important because they're all about the gold mines. There's a town centre right in the middle here as well. But if you control this corner here, or this corner up here, then you control most of the gold mines. There's actually quite a lot of gold mines on this map. So I don't think gold should be a problem, especially because it's a team game, so you get the trade bonus as well. So we should be seeing some players advancing. Yeah, Blue is going Athena already, which is pretty common choice for water maps, because you can use restoration to basically win the water if you use it correctly. So we've got some Athena here, Prometheus, slightly late from Pink. He obviously had to garrison his villagers just to get the food there. Another Athena, so very early advancements here. Very fast-paced game to start with, Age of Mythology The Titans, but this map is one of the faster paced maps as well, so fair amount of fishing. I assume everybody has 2 docks by now. Yeah, pretty standard play. You can spread your docks out a bit like this to give you an advantage in terms of fishing, and also in terms of scouting. So if your opponent sees one of the docks, they might not see the other one. But if you have them close together like this, then that gives you a kind of nice base that you can return to if you need to retreat. And obviously you can garrison the fishing ships to get shooting docks, which can help defend quite nicely. Valor being used up here, so Teal's going to go for some land harassment whilst fighting water. You can play this map without fighting water at all, but it's really not recommended. Even if you're not really that bothered about the water because you're doing a rush or whatever, you should still try to fight it a little bit, just to keep those fishing spots for as long as possible. These oracles aren't really doing anything at the moment. A bit strange. And they're going to attack the dock now. So, depending on what god you are, this can be really, really annoying. So you're trying to fight the water and then some free units, well essentially free units, come and attack the docks. You're forced to do what player's doing here and kind of attack with your fishing boats, but which Teal didn't really take advantage of there. He could have snuck up from behind. We've got water battles going on all over the place, as expected. Water battles are kind of interesting because they're all about micro, which generally this game isn't very micro heavy. Macro is far more important in Age of Mythology than it is, say, in StarCraft 2, where micro is really important. But water maps is definitely an area that will test your micro. So you see the ships that are being automatically targeted get pulled back to try to lure the enemy ships in so you can kill them all and get your ships in a nice little arc around them. You've got DoD pushing pink down here, and Teal and Blue having a nice battle at the top. And we have a shockwave on water. Yet another reason Oranos is very, very powerful in this game. So Blue's going to have to retreat there. Although it's a bit weird. Restoration being used by both teams. Kind of counter each other out. And cancel each other out even. And then Blue uses restoration on his allies rather than his own ships. Which was sensible because there's far more ships here than there is up here. We can see that everybody is still fishing. No one's really been pushed off the fish yet. There's just a lot of water battles taking place in general. I'd like to see a couple of ships, just like maybe two, just to send them sort of flank the opponent and try to harass their fishing boats a bit. Would be quite nice. Atlantean Atlantean warships are slightly weaker than all of the others, but they are cheaper and faster, so kind of it's a bit strange really, because that's usually what you'd expect from Egyptian barracks units. But yeah, Atlanteans are always strange. Kind of feel like an add-on, a tacked-on civilization, which they kind of are in a way. So let's have a quick look at land. We've got Minotaur here, having a fight with a Promethean. Blue's still scouting at the back here, so is yellow, so they're going to know about the second town centre. Let's just see if anyone's going heroic. I doubt it, because they're all fighting water pretty hard here. It is possible to sort of auto-queue ships from 2 docks and get to heroic fairly quickly, but it's difficult, and you have to keep fishing, which most of these players have. It's a lot easier on a map like Anatolia rather than Mediterranean. Because in Anatolia the water is just like a thin strip, so as long as you're, like the battlefront is ahead of where your fishing ships are, then they're all pretty safe. Whereas in Mediterranean, especially 1v1, like your fishing ships get harassed quite a lot. It's a pretty epic battle here. I can just imagine having this battle on the extended edition. It would be very, very laggy. Doesn't seem to be anything happening on land at all, really. This Minotaur's still alive, but probably not for long. We've got some more Minotaurs over here. Just attacking the house for some reason. Not really sure who has the advantage at the moment. In terms of boats, it looks like TSM's probably ahead, but I mean, these weaker Atlantean warships are probably going to be a problem when at max population. Green still able to fish. It'd be nice to see the populations of all of the players, but you need the extended edition for that. Got a really nice observer interface on there. I'm kind of surprised that Blue hasn't made a few more fishing ships, since this whole area up here teeming with fish, and he has no there's no battles going on over here. He is getting the fishing upgrade, which I always forget the name of. Persine. I don't know. I wonder if anyone else has got that. It's a brilliant upgrade. It's basically like hunting dogs but on water. It's like 30%. So it's much better than all of the other economic upgrades in the game in terms of what you get for what you pay for. And we have some land harassment by teal here. Seems to be the only place so far. And the water battle could be nearing its end here. Pushed green back. But it does mean you have to fight under shooting docks. It's very difficult to win water in classical on this map, because as soon as you come across 2 or 3 shooting docks, you just can't really push unless you completely overwhelm your opponent, which is possible, but it's very difficult. Whereas as soon as you get heroic, you can just start spamming siege ships and then taking out everything. Red already has 3 town centres, which is pretty awesome. 3 of our players still on 1, which is a disadvantage. It looks like blue is the only one with the fishing upgrade, and teal isn't even fishing anymore. His fleet is pretty much dead. Where's blue's boats are? There they are. Oh yeah, I forgot I had the upgrade textures pack, so I can see the upgrade. Anyway, hopefully that will work properly on the extended edition soon. So this could be our first land battle up here. We also have our first heroic age player. Obviously choosing Apollo because Underworld Passage is just really, really strong on a map like this. You can just immediately shift to help an ally. And there's not really anything your opponent can do about it. Especially if you continually repair the Underworld Passage, because they repair really, really quickly. Still got a little skirmish up here, and a big skirmish down here. And yellow. Okay, so yellow's just coming to build down here, I guess. They've obviously decided that blue is okay by himself, which by the looks of it is true. Narcotic is a bit behind here. He very, very nearly got that second town centre up. It was on like 95%, but the player did stop him, which was very good. He's going to have to retreat back to his town centre here. And he can win this fight with Town Centre Fire. As long as he focuses on their hero here, because he's got a lot of Prometheans. And we've got a nice raid here on Green's villagers. And that Town Centre isn't going to go up anytime soon either. And all he has is some Toxotes, which will not do well against these. So at the moment it looks like TSM have control of this bottom corner and the top corner. Still got a lot of pigs here, but when they run out he could be in trouble. Because again, he's not fishing, even though there's not really any pressure on up here. It's definitely worth making some fishing ships. So blue is still trying to push, but teal does now have the tower upgrade, so he's going to have to retreat. This pink army not really doing anything. I guess he was scouting a bit there. So obviously, if he knew that there was a gold mine up here, he'd probably be up here and would get those hunters, but I guess he hasn't seen it yet. Our first siege ships coming out. See, this is a problem. So yellow's gone for siege ships, which is good because they're good against arrow ships and docks. But he's just massively outnumbered here, so he's never going to win. He's going to have to retreat back down here. And red is the only player with a big fleet still. Big fleet still left in the game. But he's in the middle, so that's okay. And he does have 3 town centres, so economically he's probably doing very well. Doesn't have many units though, he's just starting to make some termers. I guess he's going to come down here, help out green. And the termers have actually found something. And blue is now going to take this town centre. It's a big deal really. Teal cannot win this fight at all. He's going to have to run. He did kill a lot of units there though. But now there's a town centre here and a fortress, so it's a bit of a problem. And we have our first Mythic Age player, red. Not too surprising considering he hasn't really made an army apart from on the water. So he's still going around harassing all the fishing, which is very good. Slightly interesting that he's gone... I can't actually remember what the other Mythic Age god that Oranos gets is. I think it's the one with Tartarian Gate. Whatever her name is. Hecate, that's the one. Usually that god's chosen in 1v1, but you can see why Vortex would be a really useful god power in this situation. Especially to counteract Underwater Passage. Just shift your entire army to it and take it out. And you get to use it 3 times, which is pretty nice. I was trying to use middle click there to go to the last action, but it doesn't work when observing. Never mind. So red's going for Titan Gate. Don't know where he's going to put it, probably back here maybe. It's not going to last very long, that myth unit. Hecate Gigantex. Nice use of shockwave there. And these birds are probably going to be quite effective against TSM down here, because Greek just has a hard time dealing with them anyway, with only 1 ranged hero. And Atlantean have a similar problem. Those termers are all dead. Why hasn't he placed the Titan Gate yet? That's a bit weird. Oh, the Man of War. Oh. Might be able to take out 1 ship. This This is such bad like unit pathing. He keeps getting close enough to fire, and then as he's firing, the ship goes away. It's so bad. If obviously if you have a bit of time to micro it, you can sort it out. But it's probably doing other things. Teal is really not going to be able to push here with those units, but he has gone mythic. And yeah, where's he going to put that? There it is. That's not the best place actually. There's only this town centre. And they might wander over here, but it is in the middle of the trade route. That's not bad. I guess that's the only place he had line of sight because it was horrible. I don't know. I think I would have just placed it here and just wait for blue to deal with it. He doesn't have line of sight back here though, so I don't know. Pink and blue both have town centre advantages, so this is going to be pretty difficult for DoD to come back from, I think. I still don't understand why the Titan Gate hasn't gone down yet. Am I missing something? He definitely has the Titan Gate, doesn't he? I didn't just imagine that. Oh, look at that. Rampades. You should just lure him over here. That is disappointing. You make a Colossus. He turns against you. Teal still doesn't have any siege. He has like 2 destroyers. He's going to need some more. Obviously that is one of the Atlantean weaknesses. The siege isn't that great. We've got Hypospists, or Hypospists, that can counter that quite easily. And blue... Okay. Blue and pink are now going to the Titan Age as well. This kind of a 3v3 game on this kind of map is pretty much always going to late game, unless you do like a 2v1 attack, so like if blue and yellow both attacked here really early. But then on the other side you're probably going to get the same kind of thing, so it's just so easy to boom on the land while the water fights are going on. And underworld passage has been used. Now this is pretty interesting. Maybe that's why he didn't want to use Titan Gate, just to avoid the underworld passage being used. Yellow has now got this pretty meaty army coming in, and blue is obviously safe enough to use the Titan Gate, and he did make some more docks and fishing ships, which is good. Teal has lost his forward base here, and I think he's very, very much in trouble. You can just tell by the score. Where's the Hesperitus tree? There it is. The town centre is definitely going down. This is really, really difficult for DoD to deal with because there's 5 upgraded Colossi here. I mean, the bird is decent against myth units, but they just have such high pierce armour. I mean, this guy's just a tank taking so much damage, and all the others are at maximum health still. I think yellow... I think TSM have definitely won this already. If green loses this town centre in this forward position, then I think it's over. They've got 2 Titans coming out as well, so... I don't actually know which civilization would be able to deal with this kind of Colossus spam. It's just so ridiculous. There's got 7 of them here. He's probably going to get the second upgrade for them too eventually. Well, I think it's inevitable now. Teal doesn't have any units. And he doesn't really have any buildings either. Bolt has been used on one of the Colossi. And we have our first Titan. Red's base is just completely destroyed, Teal's base is completely destroyed. Yeah, that's the end of that. Underworld Passage is just so ridiculous. Look at this. That's a good game though. Just loads of booming on land, especially from blue and pink. Not pink, yellow. Yeah, and what can you do? Mythic Age, Colossus spam, Underworld Passage, straight to your opponent. I don't know why Red didn't make that Titan Gate. I guess he didn't want the Underworld to just take it out, but he did actually have some time. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened.